Well, when the music gets quieter and my lovely voice picks up, you know it's time to kick off an epic night of action. Welcome everyone to LockedIn 2026. I'm stoked to be here because we have 7 big boy bouts, 4 chambers, 1 Hell in a Cell, 1 steel cage, and then faction rules all coming your way tonight. And well, it is a big time card that's, well, really up for the ages of one of the best cards in IPW history. So, how about we run down said card, starting with our opener here tonight. The Sapphire Championship will be on the line as Julia will be defending against Stacy Keebler, Lash Legend, Tatum Paxley, Wendy Chu, and Kairi Sane. Get there in the end. That is our opener, and it's a big boy bout as well, which is then followed up by another women's match. This time, it's going into the Hell in a Cell cage, as the Tag Team Championship will be on the line. Fatal Influence versus Hate. Who walks away with the gold? Then, the second of 4 chambers will kick off. Tony D, the Great Khali, Damian Priest, Uncle Howdy, and hey, it's Pat McAfee will challenge Abyss for his television championship. Then, our third of 4. It's the Prospects Championship on the line. Blake Monroe, Lady Flammer, B-Fab, Stephanie Vakir, and Gigi Dolan will challenge Alexa Bliss for her belt. And our last chamber, it's Drew McIntyre defending the Amethyst Championship against Farouk, Adam Pearce, Jacob Fatu, El Hijo del Vikingo, and the original El Grande Americano. Then we hit the co-main event. It is the World Championship on the line. Kazuchika Okada will challenge the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. 1-on-1 in a cage. And finally, we round out the night. It's faction warfare. It's Fatal Influences, Fallon Henley defending her championship against the Red Queen, Utami Hayashishita. Who walks out of tonight as champion as we embark afterwards on the road to the Showdown. What a night we have ahead of us. I cannot wait to get through this card because a lot can change in one night, especially in chambers. You are not guaranteed to walk out with your championship, and that is a hefty set of stakes for tonight. So, how about it? We look at our first matchup for tonight. Well, it's coming at you thick and fast right now. Excuse me. As the Sapphire Championship is going to be defended. Who will walk away with the belt? Can Julia defend? We're, well, ready to find out the answer. Strap on in as we embark on LockedIn.
The following is an elimination of this match are as follows. 4 participants will be locked away in their respective pods. 2 superstars will start the match in the ring. The participants will be released into the match in random order. The only way to be eliminated is by pinfall or submission. The last superstar remaining, following the eliminations, will be declared the winner and is for the Women's Pure Wrestling Championship.
Now the game begins. Who will be earning a pod? We have 4 to give away, and the champion gets the first one. Huge for her chances to retain. The beautiful Madness enters her second locked-in match. Last year, a runner-up in the entire thing.
Introducing the champion from Tokyo, Japan, the Women's Pure Wrestling Champion, Julia.
And now, she has a chance to win it all. Last year's was won by Natalya, who took the win and had a phenomenal run in the road to the Showdown, which that's coming towards you on Monday night. So you want to be ready for that. But as you can see, the champion, belt in hand, enters the chamber, ready to be locked in and fighting. As the pod doors of the championship handed over to our referee, Big Man Kevin. Julia enters her pod as the first of 4 in them. Well, the next pod's going to be pretty much a dead, empty pod. As someone who's dead inside takes to it.
And introducing the challenger from Chinatown, New York, Wendy Chu.
Chu, the first lady to qualify outside of the champion into the chamber. She won her fatal 4-way against some pretty hefty names. The names consisting of Jordan Grace, Candice LeRae, and Zoe Stark. Now, Chu is in a fight with 6 or 5 of the best in this Sapphire division. Two of Keebler, Tatum, Lash, and Sane will be in a pod. Who gets that pleasure? Well, this is the music of Tatum Paxley. So that answers half of the question.
And introducing the challenger from Dallas, Texas, Tatum Paxley.
Paxley qualified second in this entire thing. Her matchup consisted of the winner of last year's chamber, Natalya. It also featured Thea Hale. And I believe Nikita Lyons was also in the matchup. My notes are a little fuzzy on that one. But Tatum and Chu, two of the more creepy stars, gonna maybe make this an interesting affair once they enter the matchup. And the final pod, it goes to the Pirate Princess, and that kind of tells you who will be starting this massive warfare.
And introducing the challenger, representing The Kabuki Warriors from Yamaguchi, Japan, Kairi Sane.
Well, Sane qualified during qualification week, where we saw 8 entire qualifiers happening all together. Hers was the main event matchup, which saw a lot of big names. Former Underground champion Sol Ruka. Also Julia Hart in that one. And lastly, a woman who got a recent victory over the champion, Lyra Valkyria. As Kairi takes her pod, we know what's next. It's Keebler and Lash to start this affair. And Stacy, the first entrant into this matchup.
And introducing the challenger from Baltimore, Maryland, Stacy Keebler.
Stacy, the last to qualify, picking up the win over Maurice, Mercedes Moné, and Jade Cargill to make it into this chamber. The leggy Keebler and Lash Legend, I'd say the two giants of this matchup. Height in their favor, but when you have 4 smaller, more agile fighters, it's going to be a bit of a war as Keebler staring at the 4 chambers, getting her eyes onto everyone. Leslie staring down Kairi. Maybe that's a target on the back of Sane, put on by Keebler. Finally, the other woman to qualify during qualification week.
And introducing the challenger from Atlanta, Georgia, Lash Legend.
The bougie badass Lash Legend. Her qualification went swimmingly, beating Jada Parker, Alba Fire, and Kalani Jordan to the spot inside this sadistic 10 tons of steel. Now with her inside the ring, the doors slam shut. We are officially locked in here tonight for your opener. Lash also staring down everyone, and once again, eyes onto Kairi. Let's get going. The Sapphire Championship on the line. Here inside the locked-in chamber. And let's get going. Keebler and Lash to start this one off. And we start when we talk about Lash just saying what great form she's kind of been on. Her only recent loss to the Red Queen after a phenomenal run during the Turmoil matchup. Jockeying for these pinning predicaments, a Keebler and Legend that, well, Keebler, I think, wins out on top, but no 3 count coming in the early goings. A little bit more damage needed. Now, as this bout goes on, stars will be released from their pods. They get to input their skills into the ring. Personally speaking, when I look at this one, you're gonna want to be number 6 into the matchup. Last person, as they have the best chance of winning. Now, there are benefits of entering earlier. We saw that for Liv Morgan last year, where she just became a Oblivion Queen, just launching that at everyone who stepped in her path. Sadly, she succumbed to that sharpshooter, but she was on the verge of winning it all. that performance last year did earn Liv a spot in the road to the Showdown, and we know how that ended for her. And personally speaking, she's maybe upset she in this one, but the countdown begins. Keebler fights out the grasp of that chokeslam attempt from Legend, and the pods begin to glow. Who enters in next? It's the dead inside Wendy Chu. 3 stars now go toe-to-toe with one another. And Chu putting some early damage down onto Stacy. Ooh, missing wildly there was Chu. Launching over, trying to land on Keebler, but woo-hoo-hoo! That's just a collision for the ages. Lash just delivering punishment to both. I've got a feeling Chu's going for the face. Yes, it is. We've got cameras inside the pods. We've got angles all over the place this year. Cover here on Chu. She ate a big maneuver from Keebler, but Stacy can't put her away. Once again, Keebler attacking Wendy Chu here. And put her down, put her out of the equation. Legend returned to the ring. Stacy tries to drop that knee. It's not going to work out for her. Instead, gets implant busted. Reverse bulldog. Just fire back with a jawbreaker. This camera angle, I apologize, it's not the best. But a spinning heel kick. Keebler connecting. Cover here as well. Pinfalls can happen outside the ring. As we see there, Stacy going for that. The countdown begins once again. Who's coming in next? Backbreaker from Legend as 3 chambers left to open. And the doors for Paxley's opened. Cover here for Legend. Only good for 1 on Chu, but now we mentioned it. 2 very similar, eerie characters in Chu and Paxley are now going toe-to-toe inside the locked-in chamber. Paxley working over Keebler. Going for the cover onto Stacy here. Good for only 1. Lash dishing out damage to Chu as well. Lifts her up. Running power slam. Paxley with a lash extensions. Oh! Lash just unloads with the big boot. Oh, tries to pounce. Just flatten Keebler, but that's not going to work out for her. Keebler too tall, too wise to what's coming. She is now caught by Paxley and sent out of the ring. Chu back on the offensive. Now she's shoulder breakering Legend, but the expected creepy battle begins. Chu covered here by Paxley. Good for 1, make it 2. Ooh, near fall. Paxley ducks under Legend, who was maybe looking for that choke bomb. And well, it doesn't connect onto Paxley. It does onto Keebler. A near fall, really getting to that last millisecond of the count before Keebler powered out of that position. The count begins once again. We are getting our second to last star enter the bout. The Beautiful Madness and the Pirate Princess look to join, and it's the Pirate Princess who gets the call. That means the champion is in the strongest position to retain. Nice extra 2 minutes waiting inside your chamber. Beautiful Madness not going to be, well, feeling the pressure here. Lash lining up Paxley. It's Paxley who gets into this aggressive position. Aaron Chu working together to try and punish Lashes. What's Kyrie doing? A big time stomp onto Keebler. Going for the cover. 1, 2, 3.
Stacy Keebler has been eliminated.
Immediate impact for the Pirate Princess upon entry to this matchup. Keebler taken out of the game early. Before we've reached all 6 in a matchup, Kyrie eats a choke bomb from Legend. Cover here, only good for 2. Chu. Arm wrench. Paxley fights out of the grip. What's Tatum gonna think about here? Punch connects. Beautiful drop kick. Lash just staggers off of Kyrie. These 4 stars familiar to this sort of situation where it is a fatal 4-way at the moment, but that's about to change because the 4 is about to become a 5 with the champion entering the field. Immediately, they go after the beautiful madness. Paxley sent into the bulletproof glass. Caught. Arm triangle here for Julia. The champion. She's trying to get eliminations early and quick. All of the other stars in this matchup have suffered some heavy shots. Nash might be able to deliver another one here. Ascends, tries to drop the elbow. Chu evades. And Wendy, she's got Lash down in the drop zone. Calls her up to land the splash. That crossbody works, but Legend back up. What's Kyrie doing here? Oh! Off the cage, she lands the splash. Down is Paxley, and that's somehow not a 3. Julia unloads, connecting on the referee. A little bit there, but not enough to get her eliminated, because you cannot be disqualified in this 10 tons of steel. Paxley gut wrench, just tossing Julia over her shoulder. Submission hold sleeper here. Locked in on Legend. Here by Chu as Kyrie's just taunting in her face. As you do. Tatum. Oh, missing. That's what happens when you're not a trained aerial wrestler. You land up short. And Julia, the champion, now going to make Paxley pay. Hooks her up. Arms locked in. For that hammer lock driver. Covers aplenty. And it's synchronized kickouts. Paxley and Sane stave off those dangerous positions. Lash hooks up Kyrie for a lash extensions. Cover for Legend. 1, 2, 3. The Pirate Princess came in 5th and is eliminated 2nd. Oh, big boot evaded there. As Legend caught here. Or maybe not, brother. She has a meeting of the mind, sending Julia into the head of Chu, but cover here on the champion. Wendy trying to eliminate her. 1 quick kick out. The beautiful madness fresh as a daisy. skates off that situation and is gonna deliver a Northern Lights bomb. Down goes Chu. Good night. Sayonara. The champ with impact. We're down to 3. Lash, Tatum, and Julia. And the champion has caught Legend off guard and is gonna drive her into the canvas. 1, 2, 3. The cleanup crew has arrived, and it's the beautiful Madness, the champion, who is getting rid of all of the competition. All that's left is Tatum Paxley. The champion hooks up Tatum. Spin out into that driver. Lining up Tatum for the kill shot. Eva Dirchnig. Cover for Julia. 1, 2, 3. Almost the retention there. The champion closing in on the dub. She beckons Tatum to her feet. But a punch is caught. Tatum tries to maybe go for that cemetery driver, but Julia is not having it. Neither woman wants to be grappled by the other, but it is going to be Paxley that hooks up Julia. Side Russian leg sweep. Why not mount the punches in? Damage the champion more, wear her down. She is pretty fresh. She's not suffered really any big maneuvers. And the champion knows it. Launches her opponent into the corner. Look for something big here. Instead, just going to alley-oop into the bomb. Not going to stay in the cover. Instead, she's opting for something else. What does the beautiful Madness have in mind? Well, it's not going to work for her. Instead, it's a leg lock here for Tatum. That's fought out of quickly by the champ. Julia tries for that headbutt. Caught by Tatum, but Julia trying as she likes. It's a reversal of positions, but here comes Tatum's cemetery drive. 1, 2, no. The champ finds a way to kick out. Sky twisting into that splashes Tatum. And now once again trying to maybe put away the champion. But still the beautiful Madness catches her, hooks her up, spins her out into the Michinoku. 1, 2, 3. The champion retains inside the locked-in chamber. The first ever star to do so. And she killed the competition once she entered, let's be honest. Providing half of the eliminations into this matchup herself. And you can see in this one, Wendy's only just left the chamber as Julia's eliminating Legend. And finally hooks her up and spins her into that final driver. The champion retains.
Here is your winner, and still Women's Pure Wrestling Champion, Julia.
Well, Julia has locked her spot in her division for the Showdown now, retaining the belt. But it does leave open the question of who joins her as the, quote, #1 contender to that championship. We will have to see as this show goes on. But for now we're shifting gears after an epic opener. We're heading to the Women's Tag Team Championships. And if you've not followed what's been going on, it's been a bumpy road to make it here to this title match. Both teams have suffered losses. Both teams have suffered big wins. I say suffered with big wins. That's not the right way to word it. But either way, this, with the lay of the land, is going to be an epic second bout for tonight. Let's go into this one now.
The following contest is a tag team Hell in a Cell match and is for the undisputed Women's Tag Team Championship.
Welcome to LockedIN. We've had one chamber, and now Hate a Hair repping Queen's Quest.
And Black Beach and Sarah Carey, Tammy Havoc.
Hate a Hair to make an impact. The Black Peach and the Phoenix Queen. Two solid stars in singles action, but combined together, a phenomenal threat. I would say the champions are in for a bumpy ride tonight. As we see these two stars, they know how to bring carnage and confidence to swagger in their walk. And it's good to see that they're repping Queen's Quest masks with what's to come later tonight. But later, there's also opposition of the fatal variety.
And the undisputed Women's Tag Team Champions, Jasmine Nix and JCJ Fatal Influence.
The tag champions, as we can see, ready to go. Don't know how to feel about this, because they are a strong unit together. Only one loss with the belts to the Secret Hervis and Chelsea Green in recent weeks. But they recaptured that win, beating Green and Niven for these championships once again. But now, I've got to say, this is a step up in competition. Fatal Influence versus Hate. Those beautiful championships on the line. As the cage lowers behind these four stars. We're underway for our second title bout tonight. Saya Kamitani, Momo Watanabe, versus JC Jane and Jasmine Nix. Early on, Hate have control of the ring, and it's starting to wail onto Jasmine. Nix and Jane back together inside the ring, reasserting themselves over the competition. Nice offense there from Kamitani. As Watanabe back to her feet. Springboard moonsault. Nice execution there as big knee. Momo connecting. Saya's lining up JC. Tries to go for a hidden blade. That's barely going to go to the wayside. JC connects. Splash in the corner. Follows up with a cannonball. Momo. Beautiful boot. Giving some separation. And then the Sonado. That's going to deal with JC for the time being. Giving Saya and Momo control of the ring. More moonsaults coming out of Kamitani. The Phoenix Queen soaring once more. Cover for one. It's the action. It was spilt to the outside. The ladies are still trapped in the cage. Super kick from Momo. She continues to push JC down towards the front of this cage. Jane an uppercut. As Kamitani battles with Nix inside this cage. Beautiful drop kick from her. Momo back up to her feet. Has a hold of JC. Kamitani sent running. Nix charges in. Super kick aplenty coming out of Jane. This time she gets that senton working in her favor as the cover comes through here. Quick kick out by Momo. Scaves off that predicament. JC returned to the outside here by Watanabe, who's protecting Kamitani. Hooking up Nix for a stalling vertical, but out the back door goes Jasmine. Pinning predicament here for Fatal Influence going to be picked out of by Saya, but the champions are dominating this early goings. Once again, Kamitani tries to launch a springboard offensive maneuver, but wisely Jane rolls out of the way. Momo and Nix continue the battle as Kamitani tussles with JC. Momo up, bang, caught, but even bigger catch is Kamitani. Big time shot sends Nix to ringside. Momo staggered inside the ring as JC and Kamitani battle. Ooh, stiff knee from JC connects. Both teams really stepping up into this one. As that's the door or the side of the cage broken open. Kamitani opens it up. And it looks like we're seeing the action spilling out of the cage. It was hell. Inside now it's just action and carnage all over the place. And well, what better way to bring the carnage to everyone by ascending up this massive structure. As these two ladies teetering on the side of the cage. Who's gonna fall? As Momo goes for a cover inside the ring, and it's Kamitani who crashes to the floor, and Nix is ascending. He's made it up top. Looks to me like she's going to be joined by Saya Kamitani, who scaved off that high drop to the floor. Nyx hooked up here by Saya. Catches the punch though. Jasmine twisting into that swinging neck breaker. Inside the ring, JC and Momo continue to battle. JC missing her shot. Momo swinging back, hooks up Jane. No, I thought for a second we're getting a brainbuster. I see there's tacks on the floor, but instead it's a Saito. And Jasmine battles with Kamitani. Cheap pin here for JC, and she gets the win. Fatal Influence once again retain their championships. I've got to say it. They isolated their opponents as the battling continued. They just kept on winning. JC hit the rolling encore there. And then this cheap pin, using that middle rope. Remember, it's no DQ inside Hell in a Cell, so that was all legal.
Here are your winners, and still the undisputed women's tag team champions, JC Jane and Jasmine Nyx. Fatal Influence.
A big victory here for Fatal Influence over Hate. And well, it's a big win that sends us into our second chamber of the night. As the television championship is on the line, Abyss will defend against 5 other men. Can he do a Julia and retain inside the sinister steel structure? Or will he succumb to the fate of everyone before him? That we'll find the answer out to right now.
The following contest is the Elimination Chamber match. The rules of the match are as follows. 4 participants will be locked away in their respective pods. 2 superstars will start the match in the ring. The participants will be released into the match in random order. Eliminations can take place at any time during the match. The last superstar remaining in the chamber will be declared our Elimination Chamber winner, and is for the undisputed television championship.
Thanks for the second rundown of that, Alicia Taylor. Well, time to see who gets all the pods now. Tony D, the first into the cage for the men.
Introducing the challenger from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 240 pounds, Tony D'Angelo.
Well, Tony D'Angelo, the last man to qualify for this matchup. He won against Charlie Dempsey, the Boogeyman, and the Redeemer, Rusev, to make it into this championship affair. Now he looks to take it one step further. Win this entire matchup. The person who entered the matchup first last time was the inevitable winner, and that was obviously Julia. Will Tony D have a similar fate? Or will the champion, who gets a pot as well, retain? The monster next into the arena.
And introducing the champion from parts unknown, weighing in at 350 pounds, the undisputed television champion. He is the monster, Abyss.
Well, Abyss has had an interesting run with this title. He lost it to Aleister Black earlier in the year, but regained the gold soon after. Since then, he has been flawless with the title, and he looks to enter the road to the Showdown with the belt still around his waist. Let's go!
Introducing the challenger from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 233 pounds, Pat McAfee!
The jammiest man in all of IPW. Somehow, he always seems to find a way to win, as he pointed at the referee there. Big man Lennon. Big fan of Pat McAfee. He stole his way into this matchup. A quick roll-up against Ethan Page, Aleister Black, and Penta. The least likely man to have made it into this chamber. And well, he's been blessed with a pod. Can he use it to his advantage? A quick stare down with the champion leads me to believe he's going to go all the way here. And it would just be so ironic. I also forgot there was a time where Mr. Iguana won the television championship. And you may be wondering, why am I bringing him up?
And introducing the challenger from New York City, weighing in at 249 pounds, Damian Priest!
Well, he failed to qualify for this matchup. No, it wasn't against Damian Priest. In fact, Priest won out against D'Lo Brown, Peter Dunne, and Dirty Dominic Mysterio. This your last pod filled in here with the man who wants us all to rise off our feet, or off our asses. It's Damian Priest. Well, all four pods now filled. Which means we're starting the match off in one of the most interesting ways. As these two team together to a victory nonetheless on the last episode before Locked In.
And introducing the challenger from Punjab, India, weighing in at 347 pounds, the Great Khali!
Khali, not surprising that he's in this. He qualified during qualification week, and I'm going to be honest, both him and McAfee's qualification matches were matchups of the week. Kali qualified over Austin Theory, Tavion Heights, and Randall Keith Orton, the former winner of this matchup. Now, comparative to the initial bout tonight, we have no previous chamber entrance for the men. Just pure chaos. The unexpected bound to happen here inside the locked-in chamber. As the lights go out, the cold air starts to hit your skin. The piano tolls quicken, and the shivers bring your hairs to a stand. For it is time to let him in. And allow the carnage to take over this matchup. Fireflies fly here at LockedIn. But Uncle Howdy is looking to overcome the odds of starting this chamber match. Fireflies may have fallen out of the sky, but Uncle Howdy looks ready to go. And there's still a few flying, fluttering. As we are set, it's game time. The second time tonight. 6 stars are going to be locked in with one another. And it's for that illustrious television championship. Let's get going with this one. Carly and Uncle Howdy to start this brawl off, and well, as expected, the big man takes initial control. We talk about whenever we have big people in matches, we talk about the style. I remember, I think every time we watch a Nia Jax match, we say the initial game plan must be to get them off their feet, ground the giant, and stop their offensive. They can shake off shots pretty easily. And Uncle Howdy, he's struggling to action said game plan. Eating a chomp there and almost being covered for a win. He does manage to fight back now. Dragon screw leg whip. This is where he can start his work. Mounting some vicious knees into the body. Oh. One false step. One mismove has now granted Carly an opportunity back into this matchup. Nerve trap hold applied. Wrenching on to the top of that shoulder. And Carly is rolling with ease early. Spine buster. Drills Uncle Howdy into the canvas. This is not where you want to be up against Khali. Thankfully, I think, for Uncle Howdy, he's going to be joined by someone else who probably will realize the game plan is to take out Khali. They've all been watching for the last couple of minutes, and well, the champion draws the third spot into this matchup. The big boys can do battle, and Khali is about to meet his maker. Or so it needs not seem, as he chops Abyss down to the canvas. But the champion fighting back with a DDT. Uncle Howdy dealing with Abyss, the monster. And the champion, I think, of all the matches he's had to defend in, this is probably the most difficult. Comparative to what we just saw from Julia, who got the best look in terms of entry in last, getting a pod as well. And while Abyss got a pod, he is in a bad place, joining the matchup early. Khali unleashing those vicious chops across the throat. And, well, the head, I should say, rather than the throat. Causing carnage. Just such vicious power with them as well. He doesn't have to swing it fast. It is more so just how far it travels before it hits your head that does the real damage. And that works in the favor of that Punjabi playboy. Champion now. Hooking up Khali, gets him up. Torture Act Bomb. Spikes him and going for the cover. 1, 2. No elimination. As number 4 rising up to this position. Hey, let's go. Uh-oh. Oh, black hole slam. Abyss connects onto Uncle Howdy. 1, 2. Ooh, not the 3. As Pat McAfee's busted open here by Khali. I have a feeling Khali or McAfee might win this entire thing if he evades all of this bad positioning, as he is just sent crashing to the canvas by the champ. Oh, big shot from Uncle Howdy. Dropping Abyss. Now turns his attention to Khali. What is Uncle Howdy thinking? Hangs him up. Twisting into the kill shot. Cover onto Great Khali. 1, 2. No. Oh! What was Abyss doing there? It just came into frame after the pinfall attempt. It looked like he flew, but fell short. Oh, but inside the ring, the vice grip applied here. Khali trying to get rid of Uncle Howdy. And I'm going to say it, the mask, a hindrance, I would say, to Uncle Howdy, as it gives extra grip to Khali, as well as more of a pressure point. It caves the head in, it constricts movement. It's not a weakness for Uncle Howdy, as, well, we're going to be joined by another star now. And now it's time to fight and rise up to the occasion. Damian Priest draws 5th into this matchup. The champion continues to brawl with Pat McAfee on the outside, and those two are really going to war, but I think the champion might be getting, no, not getting better. McAfee out the powerbomb. Leaps up, Hurricane Rana takes down the monster. At this point in the match earlier, we had an elimination. That's yet to come as, well, the big boys now do battle and the champion hooks the arm for a choke slam. Khali fights out of it. But he's caught. World's strongest slam from the monster. And the monster looks to put away Khali. Black hole slam. 1, 2. Somehow he finds a way to kick out, but I don't like what I'm seeing. The monster ascending, drops and leaps into the splash. My word. From a perilous height, he connects onto Khali, hooks him up, torture rack bomb. Code red from Pat McAfee. He's fired up here, connecting on to Priest. And now, lining up Uncle Howdy. That's not going to work for him. Instead, he's stacked up in the pinning predicament. 1, 2. Somehow, McAfee finds a way to kick out, stave off danger, as we're joined by number 6. Tony D. Black hole slam. Another one onto Khali. He spoke too soon before talking about Tony D. Because we've just seen our first elimination. And it's the Punjabi Playboy going home early. The big threat gone as a South flatliner hits onto Tony D early. Cover for Priest. Good for 2. We said earlier you want either a late number or a middling number to come into this matchup, because coming in last, sure, you come in fresh as you get and have the most health, but entering earlier, you have more chance to unleash your finisher onto the later guys, dealing more damage. As McAfee almost eliminated there by Uncle Howdy. Priest springboards over, missing wildly, tries to catch Uncle Howdy. Instead, he manages to hook him up, take him up top for a little. Razors. No. Escape out the back door is what's going to happen. Uncle Howdy, Sister Abigail. That's it. Good night, McAfee. No! How in the world did he kick out of that? Tony D. Protecting McAfee. Going after Uncle Howdy. What in the world are we seeing? Is this a potential partnership? As cover here for Tony D'Angelo trying to eliminate Uncle Howdy, and he gets him. Your final 4 points of Rana. Uncle Howdy's gone, and Abyss might be joining him soon. McAfee and Tony D return to the ring. Could this be a real alliance of sorts by Priest and Abyss? The answer's no, because the monster's caught. Falcon arrowed by Damien. Nice belly-to-belly toss by Tony D. And he's battling now with McAfee. Snake Eyes has busted open the champion, and a cover for Priest. Onto the monster. Almost gets rid of him. Rainmaker. We're going to see maybe a few of them later tonight. But Tony D unleashing them early. Monster watches on. Looking to strike. Big time German putting down Tony D'Angelo. And then a big boot, but eyes on Priest. He sees the monster starting to build momentum. It's perhaps time for a double team maneuver. Oh. Concaving in, dropping the monster. McAfee walked into that shot. That was not smart. Priest trying to deliver punishment onto the champ, but the champ's caught him. Torture rack bomb. Down goes Damien. The monster into the cover. 1, 2, no. A little more needed, but there's further weapons in that arsenal. And they could be coming in a second. Like now. Black hole slam. Down goes Priest. 1, 2, 3. Spine buster. D'Angelo into the cover. 2, 3. Tony D and Abyss. The final two, the champ and challenger. D'Angelo lining up the champion. Oh, but he's caught. And the monster can continue to control, but eats a leaping forearm strike. Belly to belly is the challenger, D'Angelo. Ramps up this matchup. Irish whip. Champion. Caught. He can't connect. Tony D. He can. Northern Light suplex. In locomotion. Twisting neck breaker to finish the combo. And that, nearly gets the job done. Tony D, he's found his momentum. Beautiful German. Shocking the champion over shoulders. And what's going to take to put away the monster? Well, not this. Getting caught in a black hole slam is not what you need to do to put away the monster abyss. Instead, it could be your own demise. But somehow, Tony kicks out. And the fight back's coming. Looking to fly. The monster's right there, though. Still manages to leap and connect. It was an awkward landing. And the cover comes through. 1, 2. No. Almost a new champion. D'Angelo. Up. Up. But down goes Abyss. He scaves off that vertical suplex. Kick down low. The monster unloads a combo. A clubbing shot. An Irish whip. But a referee gets in the way. And that could be costly. Snapmare for the champion. Black hole slam. Defiance from the monster. 2 for 2 in chamber defenses. And the monster, well, he entered the matchup third and somehow staved off every competition. He battled hard. He eliminated a lot. A better performance, I would say, than what Julia did. But as we say, 2 for 2 on title defenses inside the locked-in chamber. Will that be a repeat affair?
Here is your winner, and still the undisputed television champion. He is the monster, Abyss.
Will it be a repeat affair for our second half of championship chambers? That we will have to see. in literally a moment's time. But we are entering the Prospects Chamber. The champion has her first big challenge in a moment's time. Can she defend against these 5 other stars? We'll find out in a moment's time, but for now I need a quick break. Well, that was a nice little catch of my breath, but we're back to talking about the chamber that is coming your way. The Prospects Championship on the line. Alexa Bliss will be defending against 5 other women. Stephanie Vaquer, B-Fab, Blake Monroe, Lady Flammer, and G.G. Dolan. Let's send it to the ring for this chamber.
The following contest is the Elimination Chamber match. The rules of the match are as follows. 4 participants will be locked away in their respective pods. 2 superstars will start the match in the ring. The participants will be released into the match in random order. Eliminations can take place at any time during the match. The last superstar remaining in the chamber will be declared our Elimination Chamber winner and is for the Heritage Championship.
La Premiera gets our first little safe haven. She gets to sit inside.
Introducing the challenger from San Fernando, Chile, Stephanie Vaquer.
A pod. Vaquer qualified last our main event of prime time this week. It was against Molly Holly, Kiana James, and AVM that Vaquer won out in. And La Premiera continue her winning ways. Well, someone who wants to continue defending the championship as we let the Wub-Wubs begin.
Introducing the champion from Columbus, Ohio, the Heritage Champion, Alexa Bliss.
The Prospects champion, Little Miss Bliss, gets herself a pod. So far, so good for the champs. All getting safe havens tonight. And so far, every champion has retained. All the Wub-Wubs come to an end. Title handed over. Now Alexa gets to sit back and watch as everything unfoils in front of her. Our third pod goes to B-Fab.
And introducing the challenger, representing the Street Profits from Canton, Ohio, B-Fab.
The first LockedIN qualifier. We saw B-Fab, Maxine Dupree, Piper Niven, and Lainey Reed battle for a spot inside this structure. B-Fab won out in that occasion. Now she goes and tries to win out on this one. A pod is a favorable position for anyone. It means you're not involved in the carnage. You're not fresh meat or beaten down prey to the competition. Pod 4. It's getting a little toxic.
And introducing the challenger from Atlanta, Georgia, GG.
As Hell's favorite harlot, GG Dolan gets the last safe haven. Dolan qualified during qualification week, beating some pretty stiff competition. Meechin, as well as Izzy Dame, and I'm gonna have to shake off the rugged voice and go, Chelsea Green was also in that matchup. Well, we're kicking off this matchup with a little bit of glamour and flammer. That was unintentional. But hey, I'd say my two favorites outside of the champion
And introducing the challenger from Monterrey, Mexico, Flammer.
are in precarious positions, as I had Lady Flammer and Blake Monroe as my odds-on favorites to win inside this chamber. But the fact is, they're starting off against one another. As for Lady Flammer, her qualification to this matchup also came in qualification week, beating Carmen Petrovic, Nikki Cross, and Zelina Vega. Lastly, as the lights will fade to black, she gets the pyro tonight. Because glamour is forever. Pay-per-view gear for Monroe tonight. No name needed. I can do the entrance naming for you. From London, England. Formerly known as Mariah May. She is stunning. She is the glamour Blake Monroe. It's unfair that her name doesn't get said by Alicia Taylor. But tonight, the glamour looks to win that championship. Close on a couple occasions has Monroe been, but tonight I'd say her worst chances, well, no, this is her best chances, let's be honest, to win it all. Less competition, less of a tournament atmosphere, just pure carnage inside the sinister 10 tons of steel. Unfortunately, though, for Monroe, she is tussling with Lady Flammer, who is unrelenting in the early going springboard, but the knees come up from Blake. Protects herself, and now all caught, though. Gut kick. Well, we didn't mention it during her entrance. Monroe's qualification came over Ren Sinclair, Ivy Nile, and Lola Vice. So, not an easy set of competition that both these ladies had to go through. Nice headbutt there for the glamour. Looking to bring it to Lady Flammer in the early goings now. As Flammer had the early control, it's now shifting, or it was for a moment, but, well, now it's back shifting. Irish whip. Monroe tries to pick the ankle, but Flammer delivers a heavy knee to the side of the body. You could see these two having such a fiery sort of partnership in IPW. But we know partnerships don't last forever. They come to an end pretty quickly, and Lady Flammer happy to punish here Monroe as the first of the podded, protected stars is about to be unleashed into this affair. And it's the pod of the champion. A similar sort of affair to our men's television championship. As a Bliss launching Monroe as her first act of anarchy in this matchup. The champion, this is technically her first defense. Well, you've got a feeling that Lady Flammer and Blake Monroe right now will look to make it her last defense. Remember, the Prospects Championship, unlike everything in IPW, it's a one and done type of affair. Once you've won it and then you lose it, you can never challenge for it again. It's why the likes of Zarya and Roxanne Perez, they have to sit by and watch idly as their championship chances are out the window. Cover here, Monroe trying to pin Flammer. Good 2 count. But Lady Flammer quickly kicking out of that one. Bliss fighting here with Monroe. Dishing out the damage, but Blake dropping Alexa. Oh, but the champion, the referee gets dropped by Flammer. I think accidentally, but it's still a big shot onto our referee, Big Gail. Or Gail, whatever she wants to be called. Entrant number 4 to this hellhole joins us, and it's in the form of the Fabulous One. Over here onto Monroe by Bliss is once again the referee. A prime target for Lady Flammer. Why she seems to go after her, I don't know. But hey, it is what it is, as Blake catching Monroe, and a big time knee connects. Bliss gonna steal it. Going for the cover, a little bit blurry, but it's still effective. Effective only for the 2. The glamour not done. Looking for that glamour shot. Puts down Lady Flammer, and the cover here for Blake Monroe. 2. No. Kick out. Staves off the big time finisher from Monroe. Once again, a kick out by Lady Flammer. Not even a 1 this time. Catches Monroe, eat defeat, puts down the glamour. Bliss, a little insult to injury on the outside. Looking to fly. What's she thinking here? Oh, for a second I thought we were getting some twisted bliss. Not the case. BFAB evades the diving splash from Alexa. Oh, of these ladies giving it their all. Meteora from Flammer. Cover onto Bliss. Here by BFAB as a cover now from Lady Flammer onto Monroe, but a quick kick out. Referee obviously still recovering from her previous pinning from BFAB. Final stretch now applied to Alexa, and wouldn't you know it, Stephanie Vaquer draws the final spot as Gigi Dolan has now entered the chamber. Immediately, she's dropped by Blake Monroe. As Flammer reigniting that rivalry with Blake. Those two continue the battle. Bliss and Dolan to break up their fight and cause some carnage into this matchup. Flammer hooks up Bliss. EFAB sent flying by Gigi. Flammer scoops up Monroe. Monroe escapes out the bag. And scissors applied by Dolan, and that's going to bust open BFAB on the outside. Bliss sent out the ring as, well, it's Lady Flammer and Monroe continuing the battle. Roll up here from Flammer. Only a 1 count. Not even a 1 count, I should say. Does hit the Bulldog. Bliss injecting herself into that battle. And that's going to be costly for her. Never mind. She fights off Flammer. A little code red from the champ into the cover. 1, 2. No. Near fall. Bliss tries to go for the haymaker. So does Flammer, and she gets busted open for it. BFAB protecting Lady Flammer a little bit from the champion. Well, champ got protected, but that protection's no longer there, because here comes Stephanie Vaquer. I've got a feeling she's going to hunt down the champion. Cover here. BFAB almost gone. Premiera trying to interject herself into the Monroe Flammer fight, and well, it's going to be costly for her. Roll up here by Monroe. Bliss connecting onto Dolan. I'm sure with what. It's Lady Flammer tries to take the legs out from underneath Alexa as Bliss charges into the corner, flattens her. BFAB. Oh, as Vaquer connects, leaping into the attack onto Blake Monroe. 1, 2. No. I think inadvertently Alexa Bliss broke up that pin and she was sent over the top. The champion in trouble here. Stephanie sends her head into the pod. Down below. Dolan unloading. Reconnecting. Well, Stephanie's looking to connect. By Russian leg sweep from BFAB. Open the cover on Dolan is. It's good night. The sister Abigail. Alexa's into the cover. She connects. 1. And a kick out. The referee still reeling from her cover. BFAB drives Dolan into the canvas. And may be punished, looking to finish her off. What's BFAB doing? Twisting. BFT. Down goes Dolan. 1, 2, 3.
A competitor has been eliminated.
Gigi gone. Buckbuster from Flammer. Cover here for her. 1, 2. No, the champion's still in it. How much longer? Because Flammer hooks her up for a little. Flammer driver. Down goes Bliss. 1, 2. No. The champ's still able to fight off the big-time maneuvers from the contenders. Stephanie, butterfly, gutbuster. BFAB down, cover here for La Premiera. 2, 3. Final 4, and it's Flammer, Monroe, Fakir and Bliss. Flammer driver onto Stephanie and a cover to follow it. 1, 2, and a kick out from Fakir. She stays alive in this matchup, but for how much longer? Meanwhile, Alexa, no, not going to go for the Twisted Bliss. Instead, the drop kick connects onto Monroe. Going for the cover as well. 1, 2. Near fall there for Blakers. Flammer and Fakir just getting into a little, no, you throw first. No, you throw first. Eat defeat. Though that'll come through. Cover here for Flammer. 1, 2. Stephanie kicks out. Kiss goodnight from Monroe. The big time knee connects onto Bliss. Stephanie, we know, is pretty weak right now. But she's still swinging. So is the champion. We've not really talked about it, but Bliss is fighting. There's so massive splash there from back here. Cover onto Flammer. 1, 2. No, near fall. Kick out by Lady Flammer. Meanwhile, Bliss kiss goodnight with a twist into the Sister Abigail. SVB as well. Monroe kicks out. Fujiwara armbar from Fakir onto Lady Flammer. Will that be a tap out? I've got a feeling it's a no. As Flammer head scissors, twisting, brings Fakir to the ground to escape the hold. Eyes onto Alexa, looking to maybe fly with some Twisted Bliss, but the knees come up from Blake. The champion in trouble. Maybe not. She's fighting back. Beautiful dropkick from Flammer. She could eliminate Stephanie. And that would be a massive accomplishment for Lady Flammer. Bliss misses her dropkick. Flammer's ascending. Monroe, a drop down. Hooks up, no. Bliss escapes, evades the punishment, sends Monroe flying. A cover here for Fakir. 1, 2, 3. One of the favorites is now gone. And we're down to all 4 of these were favorites to win it, let me tell you. But Bliss, I'm amazed she's doing this well. Monroe, the other woman, outside of Lady Flammer to start this matchup. Bliss just needs to get rid of Stephanie back here, I feel. The freshest of the 4. The final 4, and it's costly for the champion. She gets swirlied. And Monroe missing her opportunity to strike Stephanie. Back here, a boot not going to connect. Instead, Monroe saved. And now, glamour shot connecting. Down goes Bliss. Cover on the champion. And Monroe, no, won't eliminate her. Back here, though, might eliminate Blake. Puts her in the drop zone. Ascends to the heaven. Stephanie, spiral tap. I believe missed. Monroe, still alive. Belly to back suplex from Fakir, but she gets hooked up, but no. Catches Monroe. Roll upon to Blake. 2, 3. The champion and challenger left La Premiera and Little Miss Bliss. Alexa and Stephanie. It's a little insult. Connecting for the champion. He sweeps out the legs. Alexa fired up. Has Stephanie on the ropes. The kick down low. Combo coming through. Hooks the arm, but Vakir. Big stiff right. And then the kick down low. Hooks her up. SVB. The champion hit with the big one. But Stephanie wants more. Scoops up Little Miss Bliss. Puts her into the drop zone. For a spiral tap, but the knees once again come up for Bliss. But somehow Stephanie fights back. Gut buster. The champ's down. Cover here. Is this enough? 2, 3. We have a new champion. I'm going to say it, the look at a draw really helped Vakir here. As Flammer and Monroe, they went to war through all of this. And somehow Vakir eliminated them both. And then just unleashed havoc onto the champion. That lung blower getting the 3.
Here is your winner in the new Heritage Champion, Stephanie Vakir.
Well, Vakir etches her name into a growing list of Prospects champions. Now Alexa Bliss out of that equation. We now get to move and look at how Vakir favors in this year's Road to the Showdown, because now she is qualified as a champion in that tournament. Congratulations to her. But that's to come on Monday, as we say. We've still got 3 more championship bouts left tonight, where rankings and everything are bound to change. So, why don't we see what our final chamber can bring us? It's the Amethyst belt on the line. We are 2 out of 3 matches where the chamber has dished a champion a win. Will the same happen here for McIntyre, or will we see a new face holding that Amethyst belt? I, for one, would like to see who can dethrone McIntyre in this chamber. So when we send it to the ring to see.
The following contest is an Elimination Chamber match. The rules of this match are as follows. 4 participants will be locked away in their respective pods. 2 superstars will start the match in the ring. The participants will be released into the match in random order. The only way to be eliminated is by pinfall or submission. The last superstar remaining following the eliminations will be declared the winner and is for the Pure Wrestling Championship.
Well, it's time to let the fires burn. As the Samoan werewolf. I want to make the joke about how he was incarcerated, but he's re-entering the jail cell tonight. once again, he's going to be locked inside a pod. The two are trapped. Beast becomes a dangerous one as the Samoan werewolf going to be locked in. His qualification path was a pretty gnarly one. Winning in the final qualifier against a stacked lineup of Wade Barrett, Big E, and Shinsuke Nakamura. His qualification was uncertain, but now he's looking to turn uncertainty into out as he wants to win this chamber. No champion starting the bout, it seems, tonight.
And introducing the champion from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 285 pounds, the Pure Wrestling Champion, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
All chambers see the champions having a pod. Safety. It's kind of been guaranteed to all of them, bar Alexa Bliss, it seems. But for McIntyre, this chamber, it is an unfavorable one for him. I'm gonna say, like the Prospects one, there are some firm favorites to win and take the belt away from the Scottish Warrior, of which the first man into the chamber is one of them. Referee Big Kim receives the belt. Your third pod goes to El Hijo del Vikingo.
And introducing the challenger from Puebla, Mexico, weighing in at 73 kilos, El Hijo del Vikingo.
Vikingo. His qualification was an interesting one, to say the least. Qualifying over CM Punk, JC Mateo, and William Regal. At first, I thought it would have been Punk that earned his spot inside this structure. But no, here we are today with the high-flying innovator, Vikingo, in the chamber. Well, one more pod remains. Who gets that last and the final safety net of the night? It's the Scrap Daddy.
And introducing the challenger from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 241 pounds, Adam
Pierce getting lucky here tonight to get this spot in the chamber. His qualification came as a qualification week matchup, beating Ilya Dragunov, Talatonga, and El Grande Americano. You may be wondering, wait, hang on, isn't El Grande in this matchup? And you're right. El Grande is in this matchup, or should I say the original El Grande is in this one. And, well, you speak him into existence. Here he is. Ole!
Introducing the challenger from the Gulf of America, weighing in at 202 pounds, the original El Grande Americano!
The OG is here, starting this chamber. I'm gonna be honest with you. When you're the first in, you have the most work to do out of everyone. Americano was the second man to qualify during qualification week. He secured a win over Dexter Loomis, Grayson Waller, and the Demon, Finn Balor. Last man in, ready to enforce the law.
And introducing the challenger from Warner Robins, Georgia, weighing in at 275 pounds, Farouk!
Farouk, he qualified in a very big boy battle, defeating Nick Aldis, Bronson Reed, and one other man. Don't ask me who it was, I can't tell you. Because my notes say 3 letters that I know aren't a person. But hey. Regardless of that, elimination is about to begin. For the final time, everyone is locked in for this Amethyst Championship chamber. Mike Rome also locked in, it seems, based on that last second footage, but he's managed to escape. Something these guys won't be able to do unless they're eliminated or win this matchup. Referee Big Kim for your final chamber. And the OG El Grande starting this matchup with Farouk. El Grande is starting off well as well. Bringing it to the APA member, the Acolyte Protection Agent, Farouk. And one thing when we look at El Grande, he is a solid technical wrestler, capable of doing a lot of wearing down of the opponent. It's a submission game that works in his favor. As he begins to target that leg, we know the leg lock, the ankle lock I should say, a big weapon of this El Grande Americano. So far in the early stages, it's been all El Grande. Hurricane Rana brings down Farouk. Springboard offense coming through. It's a moonsault press that connects and a cover here as well. One quick kick out from Farouk. While he's trying to go on the offensive as the blue light begins to shimmer onto one of the chambers. And the champion He enters the fray. So outside of Julia, the champions have all entered number 3 into this one. McIntyre, we know, is explosive, very aggressive, and almost certainly offensive. But right now, he needs to deal with, well, a lot of people breathing down his neck as OG El Grande connects with a big maneuver there, looking to fly now. McIntyre in the way, so he eats a double axe. Cover here from El Grande onto the champ. 1. Only a 1. McIntyre trying to throw punches with a very fresh El Grande. I think that's the big thing here, is the leg a target. The big target for El Grande to go after. And we know the history between El Grande and the champion McIntyre. Certainly a lot of things happened dating back to the Prospects Cup, where it was this version of El Grande Americano who won that cup. Then, out of nowhere, this new El Grande comes in, steals the championship opportunity away from the OG El Grande Americano, and we know that that version of El Grande did not beat McIntyre, and McIntyre continued his successful reign. But it does mean that this version of El Grande has technically a one-on-one opportunity with McIntyre down the line if he's unsuccessful tonight. The other thing to mention is, well, that other El Grande did beat this El Grande. So, if you think about it, does this version of El Grande deserve that one-on-one? We're going down that weird rabbit hole, but yes, right now, the matchup is in an interesting state. We've finally got El Hijo del Vikingo into this picture. There's El Grande trying to grapple with McIntyre, hooks him up, gut wrench up top, sits him out to the side. Well, El Grande connects with the big time. Picks the ankle. I thought he got Vikingo. Instead, he goes for Farouk. The ankle lock in deep. Will he get the tap out? The answer's no. Cover from McIntyre onto Vikingo. Good for 2. Wow. The champion getting a big elimination and could be going for more. The Claymore connects and Farouk might be stealing it. 2. No. I don't know what happened to Vikingo. I was focused on the battling between Farouk and El Grande. But something nasty must have happened for him to be eliminated so quickly into this matchup. McIntyre tries to drop the sword, but fails to connect. Well, Scrap Daddy Adam Pearce next into this equation. And he's going straight after the champion. McIntyre happy to oblige that engage. A standing SCO. Puts Pearce down. And well, a boot's going to bust him open. A nice welcoming for the Scrap Daddy into this chamber. Farouk. Dominator! Puts down El Grande. Pearce connects onto McIntyre. The cover comes through. That's only good for 2. The other pin, almost a 3. But it's still the same response. Farouk works the arm of OG El Grande. Mr. Americano gets caught. German from the champ. sends Farouk flying. You got a feeling this chamber is going to get to a point where McIntyre is going to be tired, exhausted. He's in an awkward position already. With one more man probably soon to join us. He's got a big red target on his back. Farouk has him on the ropes, but he's sent flying. Grande may have been looking to fly, but McIntyre's going to thwart that plan. Gut wrench. Big time powerbomb from the champion, but he's dropped quickly. Cover here for OG El Grande, utilizing the ropes. Only good for one. And well, the Samoan Werewolf's been unleashed now. The cell door opens for him. Big time spinebuster from Farouk onto Pierce. Cover here onto the Scrap Daddy. That's only a 2, but McIntyre, he's going on the offensive. Future shot connecting onto Jacob nonetheless. The fresh man eats some fresh offense. Claymore as well. Pierce almost gone. Grande going for the leg of Fatu, trying to wear him down, damage the body. We know that Fatu did just eat a Claymore. Spinebuster from McIntyre. The champion's unloading some heavy offense now. El Grande, he's picked the ankle of the Samoan Werewolf, and this could be just a quick exit for Jacob. He manages to escape that ankle lock. Now he needs to start firing off the big time shots, because right now he is a sitting duck. He's walked in to a world of hurt. And the champion might be giving some more. Claymore spikes him. Cover here as well. I think OG El Grande went for a low blow. 2. Somehow, Jacob kicks out. The champion getting a little cheeky, not even going to get a 1 count. Grande misses with the moonsault. Jacob tries to go belly to belly, but no, the champion not going to allow it. And OG El Grande also not going to allow it. He's going after McIntyre's. The only issue is McIntyre's cleaning house, sends El Grande out the ring. Now dealing with Pierce. Stalling but caught. He stalls out. The engine cut and Pierce now on the offensive. The Scrap Daddy bringing it to the champ. Back to work onto Jacob. Eyes onto El Grande. PK delivered with force onto Farouk. The champion back up into play. Going to work together with El Grande. Snap vertical. Farouk dumping El Grande out the ring. Jacob connects with the splash. He's dealing with Adam Pearce and he's caught the champion. Impaler spikes him into the canvas. Cover here. 1, 2. No new champion just yet. Splash from El Grande. He goes for the cover. 1, 2. No. Such resilience from everyone involved in this matchup so far outside of El Hijo del Vikingo. Farouk hit a spear into the pod. Going for the cover now onto El Grande. 1, 2. No. Kick out. Toss over the shoulders by Drew. He sends the Scrap Daddy flying. Looking to maybe deal some damage, eliminate Adam Pearce, but not going to be the case. Instead, Farouk. He's got Jacob hooked up for a little Dominator. Putting down the Samoan Werewolf cover here. 1, 2, 3. The Werewolf was squashed with ease. Pearce with a big driver inside the ring. He's going for the cover here on the champion. 1, 2. No, near fall. But eyes on Farouk. Leg caught, hooked up in the ankle lock. El Grande has it in tight. Will he get the tap out? It's looking likely. Pulling back, and he's gone. Tap out. Drew's in the cover on Pearce. 1, 2, 3. Final 2. Champ and El Grande. The Prospect Cup final, well, winners match that we never got, but we have it now. Michinoku driver from McIntyre. And the champion, 3, 2, 1, is calling lights out, but he misses. No Claymore to El Grande. Instead, El Grande moonsaults in, lands it flush. The champ in trouble. He fights back. Kick down south. Brings El Grande up. And brings him crashing down. Sit out powerbomb. The champion is finding his footing with a future. No future shock. Instead, the ankle's picked. The champion could be forced to tap. El Grande Americano pulling back, but no. McIntyre uses the momentum to escape. Irish whip. Claymore. The kiss goodnight. And McIntyre looks to retain. Close call for Drew. He came in early and suffered some heavy shots, but it's a night of retaining, it seems. Only one of these chambers has produced a new champion. And I thought for a moment El Grande was going to be a new champion. He got McIntyre into the ankle lock for a couple of occasions, but no. It was a kiss goodnight with a Claymore that sealed the deal for the champ.
Here is your winner, and still pure wrestling champion, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
Well, another defense in the book. Giving us now just your co-main and main event to come right your way right now. As locked in, these Steel Cage Affair, the IPW World Heavyweight Championship on the line, as the Rainmaker goes toe to toe with the American Nightmare. A bit of feud that boils over tonight. Who walks out champ? Let's find out now.
The following contest is a steel cage match and is for the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship.
Well, he's not going to get a proper intro tonight from Alicia Taylor. So, once again, I'm going to have to step up to the occasion for this man. The challenger with lights glowing around him. He lets the money rain as he is a top dog in IPW. He has been looking for this shot for a while. I'm gonna tell you that. And he's earned it, and well, he's pretty much earned his spot in the road to the Showdown. Which bracket, which division he'll be in, that will be known after this matchup. But Okada is a tournament fighter. And Okada is a championship fighter. Of which he's going to be doing one on Monday and the other tonight. The champion, he's already been guaranteed to do both for a while now. Since literally last pay-per-view. And now, he defends his title. A lot of formidable foes have stepped into Rhodes' path. The latest being the Tribal Chief. But now a new foe in the form of the Rainmaker brings it to the champ. Can Rhodes retain? Or do all roads lead to the Rainmaker? That is the answer that will be earned and learnt tonight. It's the IPW World Heavyweight Championship on the line in your co-main event. And Alicia Taylor has official championship introductions with a bit of me.
Introducing the challenger from Japan.
He-
Weighing in at 236 pounds.
He is the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada.
From Atlanta, Georgia. Weighing in at 222 pounds. The undisputed world heavyweight champion. The American Nightmare. Cody Rhodes.
Rhodes set to defend for potentially the final time. Big man Lennon lifting the title to signal it's game time. Trapped inside a steel cage, the ways to win are simple. Pinfall, submission, or escaping over the top of the structure. Back and forth to get us going here early into this matchup. Rhodes, an early climb, looking to escape over the top and retain. Climb stopped. Thwarted by Okada. Roll up here. Okada not going to get a one, and that's one thing in this matchup that needs to be mentioned. Pinfalls and submission, well, pinfalls in particular, are not a warranted or recommended means to win in the cage. Climbing over the top and submission, probably your best bet, or going through the door. Speaking of climbing the cage, Okada avoids the punch of Cody, looking to climb out. Rhodes, a punch to the face, stops Okada's ascent. He's gonna drag the Rainmaker back into play. These two beginning to fight on the side of the cage, and Rhodes wins the exchange. Springboard moonsault, but meets the knees. Okada catching the champ. Oh, high roundhouse misses. The champion evades it. Sends Okada crashing into the steel. The champion caught. The challenger meeting him, goes down low, kick to the knee, staggers Rhodes. And the American Nightmare having to play on the back foot here as Okada catches him. Beautiful powerbomb from the Rainmaker. But here's the issue. Rhodes submission hold locked in tight. The figure four broken. Reversed, I should say. The pressure on Cody as Okada escapes it. Back to his feet and back on the offensive. Bulldog. And then his own moonsault. This one, though, connects with force. Rhodes in trouble, covered here by the Rainmaker. Cody avoids that chop, that demoralizing, that setup that Okada looks for. Champion now on the offensive. Again, that moonsault attempted but not working for him. The drop kick from Okada not going to work either. That beautiful drop kick that Okada's known for does not work. Rhodes unloads with a Date maneuver. The bionic elbow spikes the skull of the Rainmaker. Won't you know it, Okada chasing down the champion, quickly back to his feet and striking true. Standing on the corpse of the American Nightmare. Okada hooks up Rhodes for a Rainmaker. Turns him inside out. The cover. Good for just the one. The pins are not advised. And Okada is learning it the hard way. Rhodes, a bulldog. But back to his feet goes Okada. The champion still has fight in him. But he is gonna, well, he's gonna catch Okada with a Cody cutter. Now, could be looking to put Okada to sleep. Crossroads connects and the cover through. One. And there's the kick out. You've got to slow down your normal thought process on the counts. You want to go 1, 2, 3, but it's more like a 1, 2, 3 in this steel cage. These two stars jockeying, battling a test of might. Blow for blow they exchange, but Okada He's calling Cody's shots on. Catches one as well. And these two, they're going to throw down center of the ring. And it's the Rainmaker who wins the exchange. Rhodes staggered, sent running, hooked up, and pile driven into the canvas. But he catches him. He shakes off that shot with a last-ditch effort. A roll-up from Rhodes. Ooh. Oh, for a second, Okada was going for the big shot. Not going to work out. Instead, he eats a wasteland. Rhodes ascending. Will he look to fly? The answer's no. He's looking to climb. Looking to get out. He's got Okada down. And he's ascending up to the top of the cage. Okada slow to his feet. Finally up there. But look at Cody. He's climbing. Clambering. But no. A punch stops the escape. And the leg being pulled down. Rainmaker not losing this chance quickly. Instead, he spikes Rhodes' head into the cage and now look to end it. The chop connects. The arm trapped. Rainmaker turns Rhodes inside out. The cover here on the champion. Good for two. But the American Nightmare escapes the third count. He escapes also that chop again. Hooks up Okada. And Rainmaker escapes out the Alabama Slam. Comes through, leaping into that tornado DDT. And now, the Rainmaker ascends. Looking to clamber out to safety. Over the top. Gets to the top of the wall. Cody's still down. As Okada clambering. Could be and will escape the cage. And folks, we have a new world champion. And his name is Okada. Well, we see just how much work Okada did in this matchup. He turned Rhodes inside out initially with that Rainmaker. Cody fought back. A Cody cutter connecting flush onto the Rainmaker. And then the crossroads. But both men made that mistake of going for the pin. It doesn't work in a cage. Okada bared the fruit of it. Escaping.
In the new undisputed world heavyweight champion.
Well, Alicia Taylor didn't give us the announcement, so let me do it. And new world heavyweight champion, the Rainmaker Kazuchika Okada. See, I can do it. What can I say? I can do it. Speaking of do it, it's time to get into it. Main event time. We've been wondering what it's meant by action rules. But Utami Hayashishita challenges Fallon Henley for the World Television Championship. Will we see another new champion crowned tonight? Or will Fatal Influence reign supreme? That we will find out now.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, will be contested under Bloodline rules and is for the undisputed Women's World Television Championship.
Well, there's a little bit more clarity. Bloodline rules kind of tells you what we're getting. For now, faction rules are at stake. It's faction warfare. Saw him earlier with the masks on. But now, the #1 contender for the World Television Championship wears the beautiful red and gold mask. Utami Hayashishita, top of her game. The Red Queen looks in her second ever title match to win the hardest championship to earn in IPW. Only one woman has beaten Fallon Henley for that championship. She didn't hold it for long, let me tell you. The championship was re-garnered by Fallon in a matter of moments. Utami looks to gain it for herself here. Up against the confident. No backup needed on entry. As a champion, set to defend. In her domain, she is the main event of IPW. Realistically, no one has been able to step up to her. As the coat doesn't come off. But hey, who cares? Neither does the hat. Because the champion does not care. She is cutthroat, as she just signaled. I am feeling goosebumps. This matchup gives me vibes of City Limits, where we saw Lyra versus Fallon. The undisputed Women's World Championship was in less of a threat then than it is now. Oh, Alicia Taylor's lost her voice. The following contest is faction warfare. Utami Hayashishita, the challenger, ready to go up against the champion. Introducing the champion from something Michigan. The belt floating for Fallon Henley. We are set for faction warfare. Big man Gregathy, your referee. As Fallon's fired up before the bell begins. And then we meet in the middle. The champion unloading first. Roundhouse to drop the challenger. Confidence exuded by the champion, who tries to land a big shot early. So does the challenger, and well, she does. Massive uppercut. Sorry, lariat from Utami. Hayashishita now on the back foot. It's Fallon unloading here onto the challenger. We know these two have history. They've been battling over recent weeks. Well, let me phrase it. Queen's Quest and Fatal Influence have been battling over recent weeks. Fallon has ducked and dodged a battle with the Red Queen, and maybe there's a reason why, but right now, Hayashishita bringing it to Henley. Champion, though, hangs her out to dry. A cover here on to the challenger. Good for a 1 count. Fallon. Stomping in, drops the elbow. There's some music beginning. That's AZM. And this is faction warfare. The faction of Queen's Quest getting involved early. But AZM cannot stop Fallon from landing the leaping splash onto the challenger. As we look in at Utami, there's a kendo stick in the hand of AZM. Fallon's going for weapons as well. It's no DQ inside faction warfare, and AZM is showing why. Bang! Big kendo stick shot, and it's a 2-on-1. Deadlift position. Utami brings her up, and crashing to the floor goes Fallon. Speaking of Fallon, she's got some backup. It'll influence someone from the teams coming out. It looks to be one of the retaining champions. It's JC Jane into the equation. She now battles with AZM as Fallon and Utami continue their brawl. AZM getting worked over here by JC. Fallon ascends to the heavens as Utami slow to her feet. Leaping off the top, Fallon connects with the crossbody. Champion dishing out punishment. Kendo stick, a landing point for Utami's head. Speaking of Utami, she's caught, hooked up, pump handle toss for the champion. As more music begins, someone else is coming out to this, a little balmy. It's Thea Kamitani. Yeah, someone finished business with JC Jane, but for now, he's going to get involved with Fallon Henley, protecting the Red Queen. A staggered Red Queen at that. Get a nice view of her staggering. There we go. Camera's focused on Utami. You should really be focused on everyone. Because Fallon, eats a baseball bat to the back. There's Saya's protection. The champion, though, her protection's not there. And I think, wisely, Utami, she is biding her time. With the protection of both AZM and Saya Kamitani, she doesn't need to really get involved. She can allow her teammates to brawl. Speaking of brawling, a big German from Saya onto JC. Champion on the receiving end of some heavy punishment as Fallon avoids a big boot. The champion, though, caught. Saeed-O'd. That's Jasmine Nix's music. I don't need a prompter to know who that is. She's already in the fray. A 2 count there for the challenger over the champion. Tries to go for the big shot, but Fallon catches her. Tries to throw another big shot. Kick down low. The champion. A hold down connecting. She drops Utami. And the famouser planting the challenger. Cover here, and Momo, in the nick of time, protects Utami's chances of winning. The Black Peach coming to the aid of the Red Queen. Kendo stick shot caught. Utami saves herself. And now she can swing for the fences, put the champion down. And this numbers game is just still in the favor of Queen's Quest. Every inch of the way, they have controlled it. And now a cover for the challenger. 1, 2, and both tag champions in to break that up. Everyone's in the ring. Utami trying to hit the big shot onto the champion, but no. Instead, she eats a German from Jasmine Nix. And surprisingly, everything disperses. Fallon and Nix chasing down the champion with kendo sticks. Champion. Oh, she could have been going through the announce desk. Not going to be the case. Instead, Nix protects her. I wonder where the Queen's Quest members are that's meant to save Utami from this 2-on-1. Lazy M, Momo, and Sarah are all battling with JC. They're trying to get rid of her from this equation. Nix chasing down Momo and AZM, but the kitchen sink, Fallon, caught. She does fire back some big shots onto the challenger. Sleeper hold applied. Looking to get a tap-out victory. Submission over her. And well, final member of Fatal Influence joining the fray, Kiana James. Into the picture. Falls into the ring. But there's the Famouser connecting. Cover here for the champion. 1, 2, through. No! No! And now, the Red Queen fed to the hounds. The super kick misses. But the step up into Guri done. Tornado kick from Saya connects onto JC. Fallon's got backup in the plenty. The Red Queen, though, catching the champion. Bulldog choke into the submission, the full-on submission. Will she get the tap out here? Kiana's not breaking it up. It means that Fallon has to do it herself. She escapes the hold. But look at this, the numbers game. AZM in, she gets rid of Nix. The champion exits. She's now battling with Momo. And Tommy staggered. Rainmaker from Fallon Henley. JC's kind of costing Fallon a maneuver there. And Henley's caught up top. A sitting dog for a big-time powerbomb from the challenger. Fallon sent into the ring post. I believe busted open. You need eyes in the back of your head. Kiana's baseball bat shot connected onto Utami, and she is going to protect her champion. Oh, pump handle stopped. AZM protecting her contender. Queen's Quest aligned together, working well. AZM punishes the champion. Fallon and Utami watching the warfare, one from a standing position though, and that is the Red Queen. Who's still trying, but she's caught. Pump handle. Toss over the shoulder. Fallon comes first once again with the big time offense. Michinoku from Saya onto Nix. Fallon returns to the ring. Kiana battles AZM and it's doing a good job over her. Those two battled on Tuesday night in the LockedIn qualifier. And that ended with neither of them winning. Utami, she gets the taunt in the ring. She knows she is controlling the situation. Champion back in, but she's caught. She tried to go down south, but instead hooked up top and bombed to the ground. Cover for the Red Queen. 1, 2, through. No. Near fall that almost gave us a new champion. Big time suplex from Momo. As the champion tries to connect and does so. Famouser. Rolling encore attempted by JC. But look at this. AZM once again the standout protector of the challenger. Saves her once again. Quick kick out from Utami as well. Fallon's offense dwindling maybe. Asaya, bang! Down goes Kiana. champion off the ropes. Connects to the back of the skull. Utami's down. Momo. Big time maneuver. Champion. And, well, the rest of the factions battling. And blooded up Henley. Looking to fly and does so. Crossbody connecting. Tries to drop the elbow. She should have thought twice about it as the challenger. Fighting back. Stopping it. And is continuing to punish the skull of the fatal influence leader. Issue is, though, JC in. Jasmine in. A German from Utami, though. And she's looking to end it. Kick down low. Has Fallon in trouble. Momo's into the ring. Up top. Big time bomb. Cover for the challenger. 1, 2. Not even the 2. Jasmine Nix breaks it up. Saving Fallon. Momo removes Nix from the ring. Fallon removes herself from the ring. Utami and Fallon both exchange big-time shots. Realistically, at this stage, it's gonna be the next pin wins it. You have to feel. Carnage everywhere. And chair shots needed. Fallon sent towards the top. Momo also coming up here. And while she's stomping away, she wants a little taste of the champion. Potential matchup that could come in the showdown. Watanabe waiting. Fallon stopping. So is Momo. Jostling for position of those two. But the Black Peach, well, on the receiving end finally of some Fallon offense. Red Queen, though, tries to jostle, gets caught. Famouser. Fallon striking true, but here's AZM. She does some work here. She's dropped the champion as well. Protection for Utami. Nix getting involved. Baseball bat in hand, swinging for the fences. Bringing it to the Red Queen. Fallon also getting involved, but she gets caught. Nix protects her. And it's a bit of tandem fatal offense. Broken up. Saya Kamitani. Aphrodite. That team back reunited a little bit there. Champion sent running. But carcasses scattered everywhere. It's Momo and AZM down. Saya's protecting both of them. As hate ignited here. As back in the ring, the champion and challenger continued their tussle. And Utami hooks up Fallon. Sends her into the top turnbuckle. Tosses her down. Chair shot. AZM lands. What is Utami thinking? Looks to fly with a shoulder block and does so. Dropping Fallon, but tripped. The champion wise. Catching the challenger. Now lies in wait. Looking to pounce. The kick down low connects. Hold down. Cover for the champ. AZM in. And breaks it up. Safety. All of Queen's Quest in to save their contender, their queen. Saya. Chair in hand. Oh. Fallon wisely evades. Protects herself. Avoids the danger. So does Utami. She rolls out evading the danger. Back and forth a position that, well, Fallon winning. Caught though. Chair shot to the back gives Utami a chance. to brawl, to beat the champion Argentine backbreaker into the bomb. Cover for Utami. 1, 2, 3. And we have a new Women's World Champion. The Red Queen overcame the odds, and in faction warfare, blood, sweat, and tears were felt on both sides. But Queen's Quest, after a torrid time against Fatal Influence, have come out on top. The Argentine bomb from Utami Hayashishita connects for the 3.
Here are your winners and the new undisputed Women's World Television Champions, the Queen.
A successful championship conquest has worked out for Utami Hayashishita here tonight. And congratulations to her. We've crowned 3 new champions here at LockedIN 2026. And Monday night, the road to the Showdown sees them in action. While I can't divulge tonight the bracket, tomorrow you will be knowing everything that's going on with the tournament, because tonight has just shifted the entire landscape of IPW. And for a month, for the first time in a long time, we are going to have a new champion, well, 2 new champions atop of primetime. We'll see how that goes, but from me to you tonight, thank you for joining me. I do hope you've enjoyed LockedIn 2026, as I have enjoyed the build-up to this event. It's been a long night. I will see you on Monday, where we begin the road to the Showdown. Peace out.
Amethyst